It's time for Mr. Fundamental!
Presented by no one.
One of the most anticipated aspects of NBA is the end of season awards, but it's always hard to predict the winners. The favorites for winning Rookie of the Year award has to be Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, and RJ Barrett. Lost in all the hype and media is a dark horse candidate, Rui Hachimura. Everyone was surprised when the Washington Wizards selected Hachimura with the 9th pick, including himself. He averaged just under 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists, while shooting 59% from the field and 42% from deep in limited attempts last year for Gonzaga. Even though he was able to put up these numbers, he's still considered as a project because of his 3-ball and defense. But what he does provide is scoring. While he's not the popular pick for the Rookie of the Year, he has some external factors helping his cause. The Rookie of the Year award is usually given to the one who puts up big numbers. Whether their production contributes to the team's wins is a bonus. In order to put up big numbers, they'll need minutes, and Hachimura will get plenty. Looking at the Wizards' frontcourt depth, no one has averaged more than 24 minutes in the past 3 seasons. While their frontcourt players could get more minutes this season, Hachimura's youth and scoring ability makes him stand out among the pack, especially since they let 8 of their top 10 scorers go from last season. The Wizards are already starting him in their first 2 preseason games, showing that they're not afraid to throw him into the fire. Another factor is their team's injuries. John Wall, Isaiah Thomas, and Ian Mahinmi are all out for a while, leaving Beal as their only shot creator and all the more reason to play Hachimura. While the top 5 picks in the 2019 draft will have a clear path to minutes next season, whether they can produce is another matter, which brings us to playstyle and fit. Hachimura is a 6'8" forward who's at his best inside the 3-point line, either attacking the basket or pulling up for a mid-range J. Remind you of someone? Yep, Jabari Parker. When he joined the Wizards through a trade last season, he put up his best field goal percentage and scoring since the 2016-17 season by playing to his strengths. With Hachimura replacing him, he could be just as effective and put up the same numbers, or even better, as the potential second scoring option on the Wizards. His interior-centric playstyle does require enough shooting around him to be effective. Specifically, they'll need stretch bigs. But that is what the Wizards have for the upcoming season. Davis Bertans made almost 43% from deep over 4 attempts last season. Thomas Bryant has that stretch potential as well. He made around 46% of his shot between 16 to 24 feet on limited attempts, and has upped his 3-ball volume last season. Mo Wagner is another stretch big, but had an underwhelming rookie season. If the Wizards go small and play Hachimura as center, he'll have even more space to work in the paint and mid-range area. The other top Rookie of the Year candidates don't have the same opportunity and more obstacles to put up big numbers. While Zion definitely can, David Griffin has made it clear to not rush his development and placed multiple veterans around him. He has been putting on a show in preseason, but Holiday, Ingram, Favors, and even Okafor are way below their career field goal attempts, and the latter 3 are going into their contract years as well. Another obstacle is their abundance of interior bigs. I made a video on how Zion would fit on the Pelicans, so do go and check that out. Morant will have all the opportunities and minutes he can get, but the Grizzlies' lack of shooting could cap his effectiveness and assist rate. Barrett will have to split touches between their recent additions and their other young prospects. Unless his jump shot rapidly develops, or the Knicks focus on youth development, he won't put up big enough numbers to differentiate himself from the pack. Hunter will get a lot of minutes, but projects to have a smaller offensive role than other top picks in the draft. He might have a bigger impact than his box score shows, but the Rookie of the Year award is about the opposite. Garlon will get all the minutes he can handle, but his score first and below average skill set overlaps with Sexton, Clarkson, and Knight. Add in other scoring options like Love and Osman, and potentially Porter Jr. Garlon will have to share touches. Although this video is about Rui Hachimura, the Dark Horse Rookie of the Year candidate, my pick for the Rookie of the Year award is still between Zion and Morant. I'm still leaning towards Morant because he'll have control of the Grizzlies' offense. Even though Zion has been tearing it up, look at this shot chart. If the Pelicans want Zion to keep up his preseason numbers, then Favors, Okafor, and Hayes will have to sacrifice. If you want me to make a video on that, just comment down below. As for Hachimura, if everything breaks right, he could surprise everyone as the 4th scoring option at worst. He's not the most polarizing or talented in his draft class, but the Wizards and his current situation does give him a great chance at putting up big numbers for the Rookie of the Year award. Imagine if Zion, Morant, or Barrett get slotted in a situation and thrown into the fire. They'll definitely become the favorites to win the award. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.